Hey, what's up? Here's our review for Robo Vampire, a Godfrey Ho movie. Oh, I'm sorry, I mean a Joe Livingstone movie, because that's totally a real person. Just like how I believe Nemo Nasty is a real person. And it was written by William Palmer. I agree, Godfrey Ho. Your name could also be William. That does sound like a very white American person's name.
Yeah.
So anyway, um, this is I think the first Godfrey Ho movie we've ever reviewed, which is shocking considering how he could make 400 movies without waking up before he wakes up.
Or using the same name.
No, what he does is he'll make half of a movie and the other half he'll pad it out with with available stock footage from another Hong Kong or Chinese or Taiwanese film.
Okay.
It was the who's that guy? Roger. He worked with Roger Corman.
I was just gonna say Roger Corbett,
Come on, keep talking while I try to think of it.
but I can't think of the name of the
Jim
guy.
Wynorski,
See?
who used many names and many pseudonyms. Where like like Smeghead's review of Desert Thunder, which did involve several scenes that used stock footage from Navy SEALs and various other 80s and 90s, and I think even in some cases 70s action movies. Because when you're trying to make an A movie on a G movie budget, taking available stock footage is a way to do it.
Yeah, it could be.
So, I mean, in comparison to other stock footage movies, this movie makes slightly more sense than the Death Nurse movies. Is that a huge compliment? Well, it wasn't just shot in one house, I'll give it that.
True.
You talk for a little bit.
Okay, so can we get started on this? So, what has happened? This island or peninsula like Vietnam or Indonesia or wherever it might
There's
be.
vampires.
Well,
Or
you might as well
zombies.
start with the drug lord,
Yeah,
the warlord,
the guy,
whatever.
he's slicing into cows put, um, to do drugs, so I guess that drug cow was a drug mule.
Maybe.
Although he looked like a hippo.
Hippos aren't that brown and have
I thought it
hair.
was gray.
Oh, maybe it was. I
Now
thought it was a cow or
we're
horse or
now we're
something.
not now I'm not 100% sure if it was a real cow, if it was a real dead cow or not.
They just because it looked like it had a jacket on from one view.
Well, the reason why I say that is because way, way, way back in the day, like in the 70s to 80s and even a little bit of the 90s, you could actually show animals being killed, murdered,
Okay, let's
mutilated,
let's just leave that alone. Okay?
especially in like European and Asian areas where the um what is it, the animal rights or
Can we just get off of that subject? I don't like it in
so
my
I
head.
don't I don't know, so it might have actually been a real cow. Wouldn't have shocked me.
At one time or another, maybe it was.
Hmm. Now, there's some problems with this movie in terms of story structure. The movie goes back and forth so many times with flashbacks,
Well, not only that, it has three different plots like going on at once.
but the flashbacks keep going in and out so often. I actually thought those were other characters.
So in the beginning, there's these two guys that want to they visit this
Rice area?
Yeah, but an Asian priest that says he can create vampires or whatever.
Is that the one where they actually
They
make a
put on the
vampire?
they put on the garlic.
Oh, not the thing where they have like paper over their face?
Yeah, in that same room.
Okay.
So they were stuffing bags of drugs in the coffins, and then this they do this what is the things called, essence,
Santeria?
no, and essence or nuts, oils, herbs, the things
Yeah.
that blow or make,
Sea salt?
no, that make the smell.
Incense.
Incense, thank you. Blah, blah, blah. So they're burning a lot of those, and these two guys have garlic necklaces on to protect
Which is
them.
kind of funny.
And then this one vampire, which is a creature, and all of a sudden his love of life is a ghost.
Yeah. Was the ghost the one that had the see-through shirt?
Yes,
Okay.
the lady.
This was a.
And she
The movie
she
was kind
wants
of.
the priest to let them get married because they committed suicide because their parents didn't want them to get married. He was a beast looking vampire, and she was a lady.
Uh,
And
probably the.
so they killed each other
She was probably some.
so they
There
could live
was.
together in death.
It was. That actress was weird because it was like. Did she have a no nudity clause, but she was okay with wearing transparent clothing?
I don't know, Justin. The white cloth would make you think she's a ghost. She didn't float or anything, but well, sometimes she
She
looked
didn't
like,
have like angel wings, and she didn't have. She wasn't in like whiteface.
yeah. Which some of the vampires were white
Oh, I
face.
guess that's how they wanted to tell you the difference. I guess the dubbing. Should we get into that, or should we get into another part of the story?
Get into another part of the story first.
Okay.
So then there were these,
Flashbacks.
well, no, just wait. What do you want to call them? Commandos or whatever. These island fighters that wanted the drugs off of their land.
So they created a RoboCop.
Well, the one guy got killed, remember? So that's how they rebrought him back as a RoboCop.
Yeah. Compared to Rotor, this one looks more like a RoboCop.
Yeah.
You remember Rotor, don't you?
Yes.
How that looked like someone from like True Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Yeah. Take off the glasses to look at the replay.
Yeah.
In pink or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was
light
in
red or
Infa Pink. Or Infra Pink, whatever.
So anyway, you have this plot going on. And then so they created a RoboCop
To kill these vampires. He doesn't actually strangle a vampire like the DVD cover, but he does shoot vampires, I guess.
Yeah, never having to reload ever.
Oh, come on. That's been going on in movies since the beginning of time.
Well, like Lady Terminator, she did
Yeah.
how many bullets and never reloaded.
Oh, look at Commando.
Yeah, true, he did too.
I'm willing to forgive that.
So anyway, then he gets blown up. Remember? They burned him.
Yeah,
So then another one died, and they created another Robo cop,
RoboCop.
soldier,
Which look
whatever.
like the same person.
Yeah.
Did they
And
just reshoot
when they
footage?
walked, I mean, you couldn't be any more quiet. Ugh, bunk, bunk. Tell everybody you're coming.
Like moving their head back and forth, like.
Yeah. So then.
Could he? They didn't have 10W40 in the budget.
Nope. So then they had another thing going on with a younger couple.
No, I thought that was flashback footage.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's flashback footage. Apparently, in her alive younger days, she was a lot more sensitive around the camera. I guess when you become dead, you give up some of your inhibitions, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. So, I mean. There was a
Did
lot
you
of
say all three
shooting.
subplots?
I think so. A lot of shooting with very poor reactions to being shot. Ah, oh, ah. They didn't do that, but how they like, ugh. Or
What is a
the one
movie?
guy was shot up, and then he like raises his head to look again, and then falls back.
Now let's talk about the dubbing. Oh my god.
They dubbed everybody.
There were some people. It looked like every white person had to be dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, every Caucasian American.
Right,
I don't
because
want to
some of
offend
the
people.
vampires were whiteface.
And some of them, and there were some like Asian actors who I'm assuming this was meant to, this was originally recorded in Chinese or Taiwanese or Mandarin. This was recorded in Asian. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it could have been Vietnam,
Yeah,
Cambodia, yeah, Thailand, Malaysia, wherever.
just Chinese. So, but what's weird is that there were some Asian people in this movie that it looked like the dubbing was directly on sync. Like they
Mm-hmm.
were actually saying what their mouths were saying. But then there were other people where,
Their mouths kept moving when they were done talking.
or no, their mouths stopped moving and they were still talking. And it's like,
What did he say?
like,
And they did pay how much for translator on
yeah, they
this?
paid someone as like special thanks as like a translator, and I'm like, what did that person do? Was that another fake? Was that another fake um person for the credits?
I don't know.
And also, like, there would be some scenes where two people would be talking, and in one side it would be like dark and gloomy, and on the other side it would be like bright and sunny in Miami, Florida.
Mm.
And I was like, and I'm guessing everybody did use their real names, although there were like so many, what's, I,
Asian last
no,
names.
no, no, there were so many non-Asian last names that I was wondering, like, are all of these pseudonyms? Like, I think we're gonna find out Godfrey, or, Sir, insert Joe Livingstone, I'm sorry. Um, would you recommend this to anybody?
No.
There's some good parts, there's some good action parts in it with Robocop and vampires, but
Well, that
that's,
last guy, the vampires, their funny characteristic is they didn't walk or run, they hopped.
well, no, there would also be there would be really obvious scene cuts where they would go from disappearing to reappearing.
Mm. Well, some of them had a fog,
Yeah. Um,
and how they came out of the sand.
but yeah, I mean, I would say maybe it's better than Rotor. Maybe? That, although, if I want an action movie from 1988 from Asia, then I will stick to good movies in 1988 from Asia. Movies like Lady Terminator, thank you very much.
Mm. Yeah.
And if I want to watch a movie with a female, if I want to watch a movie with a woman and a ghost, then I will stick to good movies about women and ghosts. Movies like Ghost, thank you very much.
Thank you. Think about it much.
And if I want to watch and if I want to watch a movie with vampires, then I will stick to good movies about vampires. Movies like Twilight Break and Dawn Part 2, thank you very much. Smeghead, can't wait for your re-review. Oh, dang it. I have no idea what our next review is going to be. It'll probably be one of your suggestions.
Maybe.
Do you want to buy this on DVD?
No.
We
Or
can get it.
Blu-ray? No.
We can get it as a double feature with Rotor.
No, thank you.
Uh,
A lot of it was either night, day, mixed.
yeah.
Yeah. Get away from that kid.
Okay.
Oh, you're such a meanie.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.